At RaiseCredit.com, you'll learn how to acquire credit and how to use that credit to build a better life. When you're done, you'll create asset protection to keep the life you really want. RaiseCredit.com. Get the knowledge you need to succeed and keep your hard work. RaiseCredit.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have some fun. You know, what's disappointing in life is when we don't get what we want, when we want, how we want. Bottom line is we got some choices today. I know most people get disappointed. Somebody got in your way, tried to take it away, and all kinds of crazy stuff. But if you listen and you learn today, I can pop you $1 million of credit. Now, what's that going to do for you? Well, if it was personal credit, it's not going to do a darn thing. Why? Because you can't write it off, interest rate or credit card. Corporate credit, guess what we get to do? We get to write it all off. I'm going to show you some things that maybe you've never heard before. And if you allow me, I like to basically repackage your life. And I've been doing this for 43 years. My name is Ray, last name is Reynolds. And the bottom line is I want to have some fun, but I want to help you get where you want to go. But you're going to have to follow through. I will do most of the work for you, but you're going to have to follow through on a couple things. If you can do that, I can get you to $1 million. The biggest thing of this year is it's 2021. You know what that means? That's blackjack year. This is fast track. Yeah, I know the world's going crazy. You know, I've heard no 1 billion times. But this information, maybe you heard it for the first time today. Write it down. I would always get a tablet and a pen. All right? It's like anything else. When someone says they're going to teach me something, I expect 10 things. That's all I expect. But at the end of the day, I don't have anything. Then it's just blah, blah, blah. Let's do this. Where are you at today? You're at home? Or you're in the office? You're sitting up? You're paying attention? You're writing things down? What happened last? The last time someone kicked your assets, they broke their what? They took away what you had? See, the bottom line is we all have a history. And usually, I want to tell you flat out, plan the problem. If you plan the problem, you can see it, believe, and go get it. Problem is most people don't plan problems. Oh, it's got to work. It's great. It's great. Bottom line is there's only one plan A. All right, there's never a plan B, but you got to go through it. Now, if a corporation didn't make it, the bottom line is it's you. You gave up. I don't care if you sell peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or bananas. Never give up. But again, there's always somebody in the way. Let's write down safety credit today. And let's understand, most people, they get their SSN, Social Security card, teenager, and then they get this credit. It's called free money. Oh, goody, let's jack it up. Let's screw it up. And then we get the bill and go, oh my goodness, what did we do? Write it down. It's called safety credit. If you could listen and do exactly what I tell you to do, and you and me get on that phone and I hold your hand and I do most of the work for you, I'll get you to $1 million. Some people I even got to $1 billion. See, I got 17 million clients, and I used to be the incorporator for rich and famous people too. So if we write down safety credit, let's look at 2 cards. They're $50,000 a piece. Here's the problem with personal credit. I can't write off the card or the interest rate at all. And what most people do, you get jacked up past 29%. Now, on your cards, I want you to do me a favor. Ready? Turn them over. Pull them out. Get it out of your pocket, your purse. Come on. Put a sticky behind it. I want you to listen very carefully, because if we're in a live event and you didn't have that sticky when I told you to do, I'd ask you to leave. This is serious time today. Sticky. What's the limit? What's 25%? What's 29%? The moment you jack up a card past 29%, you drop your score flat out, and you can't get any more. You control the heartbeat, but it's about time you learn how to play the game. The bottom line is pay attention today. Now, why would you listen to me? I don't know. Didn't get a mommy and a daddy, got to steal and beg off the pier. All right, got abused. That sucked too. But I got my first $100,000 at 9.5. I got $1 million at 14. Double billion at 26. How am I doing so far? No wonder they call me the #1 consultant worldwide. So write down line of defense. Can you do that for me, please? Can you imagine if you'd listen? Oh my God. All right. If you had the line of defense flat out, all right, you would have never brought the pain home. And the last time a business screwed up, you'd still be in business today. You see, I want you to look at something. When you drive through your city today, you're going to drive through it. I want you to pay attention. You know, when I was a little boy, because I have total recall, I used to memorize license plates and all the companies around. So let's do this. I want you to think about something. You're going to see some grocery stores in your city and banks. By the way, they closed locations before or during pandemic. See, what happens is this. Listen carefully. They got a bad location, so they want to shut it down. What they get to do is bankrupt the piece, write it off on their taxes. You see, they wrote off their loss. You lost, you brought the pain home and went boo-hoo-hoo. What's wrong with you? I hope these are turned on today. Write down, never bring the pain home ever again. You got a choice. Never bring the pain home. What? Again. Now, my journey, I'll tell you a little bit about it. It's kind of fun. All right, I got used and abused as a kid. Isn't that fun? But I didn't feel sorry for myself. I just got pissed off. So let's see if your journey can begin with me today. Let's call it, what? Getting past go. Can you write it down? I think you're all stuck. I mean, the bottom line is, come on. This is $10 million of credit. Why don't you have it in your hand today? It's easy to do if you know how to play. We got to turn this into a game because I want to win. Now, I've heard a million times, no, 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 or a billion times too. I got to be with Mrs. Hope. I love the name. The she-devil from hell had a good name. She got her weekly, monthly checks, but she dropped me off at Redondo Beach Pier every damn morning at 6:30 from the age of 3 years old. But you know what, Redondo Beach Pier? I saw Marina Del Rey, Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes. I saw money. I wanted mine too. I used to rip up magazines and put it in the house, car, bank. I want that too. Let's see how I did so far. I got to learn to steal and beg off the pier. That kind of sucked. And she was the she-devil from hell. But you know what? God gave me an IQ off the chart with total recall on most things. You know what I got to do? I got my first Lamborghini as a kid. I got my Lamborghini collection too. I got my Duffys and my 6 mansions. I broke some world records having fun. The bottom line is I parked my race butt in my backyard. Where'd you park yours again? Oh, my helicopter. Don't forget the yacht. All right, that was parked in the backyard too. Don't forget the Ferraris as well. Here's the bottom line. Why haven't you done this? You don't have to brag. This is, hey, I was born in a friggin' taxi. Half of you are going to say, I was born here, blue. Oh, stop it. I was born in a damn taxi. The little girl got pregnant with me, wanting the little girl. All right, born in the damn taxi, and she found out I was a boy with a wee-wee. She gave me a damn girl's name and raised my middle name, then she threw me away like a piece of trash. I've been pissed off since the day I was born, because I want to prove everybody wrong. Now, you ready to write down Ray's rules today? It's about time you get out of neutral, by the way. I wrote Winning the Game of Business over 40 years ago, too. So let's think about what I got to do. I got to listen and hear from a poker game from Mrs. Hope's house that a corporation's a legal person. Can you write it down, please? I know you hear it, but you don't understand it. A corporation's a legal person. Do you understand there's 300 ways to use that? It's under the Constitution, too. I connected the dots and started helping Ant Industries when I was a kid. Brought in $100,000 right away. How'd I do so far? Now, this is 2021. I want you to write down something. It's called Fast Track Year. I want you done in and out in 90 days or less. That's 90 working days for you. I want whatever you ask for me, I'll get it done in 90 days or less, and I'll even clean up your mess. Bottom line is, let's see if you'll take the challenge today. 90 days, that's all I ask for. You know, every seminar, workshop, hell, you're stuck with me. Kind of fun. By the way, I have a specialty class every day. I broadcast 25 times a week live. I don't like pre-recorded crap. Up to 3 to 4 times a day. So you better find out about specialty classes too. Now remember something, every Wednesday and Saturday, I got a 15-minute Q&A. Challenge me. I'm so friggin' bored. We used to call it Challenge Ray and Ask Ray too. Please bring it on. All right, I used to bring in the CPAs, the attorneys, all the people to challenge the hell out of me. I got it here. They always left with their tail between their legs because I know one thing. I know what God gave me. You can go to the Q&A too. Now let's think about some of you what you do today. Lost your job? Got an emergency? What happens next? You run out of money. You run out of time. You jack up your credit again and bring the pain home in 42 days. Why the hell do you do? Excuse me, did I say that out loud? Why do you do that? Because you don't know how to play the game. You're using the wrong money in the first place. Now, I love the fact that I trained Ken Yarbrough years ago. He was security chief at TOW in Experian. I told him how to play too. Maybe today you'll let me play with you. Can you listen today and write down Credit Services Act? Can you please do that right away? Google it. It'll take you to the Federal Trade Commission. And it'll say credit repair is a scam, not to collect money up front. And then it'll refer to the Credit Repair Organization Act too. By the way, it says attorneys can't do credit repair. I know some of you are experts. I'm sorry to say I challenge you because you're full of crap. All you've done, if you say you're credit repair, you lie. You're a liar. Not mine, not late. You didn't seal the record like we did in basically witness protection years ago. You didn't jack up the score to an 820. So don't act like you know what the hell you're doing today. There's a reason I'm the #1 consultant in this world. I just popped $16 million of credit this morning. How much would you like? The reality is it's corporate credit, because you know why? I got $10 million of history, and I got the cards in my hand. Would you like one? You see, bullshit, I want to say that BS is BS. You see, here you got to go back to you. Ladies, pull out your Social Security card now. It's in your purse next to your feet. Gentlemen, pull out your Social Security card. It's back in your pack wallet, too. You got an SSN. Congratulations. So did I when I was a teenager to get a job. Isn't that fun? By the way, the SSN today, the Federal Trade Commission says 98% are all screwed up. Might even be you. By the way, read the card front and back. It's about damn time. It says do not laminate. The next one I love the best. It says do not use for ID purposes. Do you understand when you put that on a credit application, you break the rules? You break the what? Don't carry with you. It's not even yours. Put the damn card away. The only reason your SSN is existing in the first place to get the job, to create the 1040 tax return and tax you some more. There's the application as a teenager. Read the card. It says flat out, it's property of such administration, not you. When the creditors use it and abuse it, let's understand something years ago. Harold Stokes, my mentor, me, and basically Ken Yarbrough, I invented rapid scoring for your mortgage companies. A couple of years ago, I came up with rapid refresh. You see, they're not supposed to use it and abuse it too. So I get to block any crap and shoot your score up to an 820. Would you like one? Let me know. By the way, I own the rights to it, and no one on the planet today can do a rapid refresh, period. If they did, I'd sue them and take them everything they got. I own the rights to that. I get tired of blah, blah, blahs out there today. I want to repackage your life. That's your house, your car, bank account. Write it down. Why aren't you not living in the house you want to? I do. I haven't had a paycheck for 21 years. How am I doing so far? I want to repackage your house, your car, your bank account. Let's make sure you don't bring that pain home again, because you're a grown-up. And if you've got kids to feed, make sure you don't ever hurt that family, ever. All I got as a kid is bullshit. Used and abused physically and mentally. Eating out of a trash can, that just pissed me off some more. Credit saved my life. As a kid, as an adult. I've been in 2 damn comas in my life. Hell, I should have been dead years ago. So you got a choice today. Let's understand something. I've been shot twice and knifed 6 times too. Guess what? I was born in Gardena, and I got to live in Watts, Hawthorne, Carson, and Long Beach too. Whoopie-doo. Now listen, when somebody told me when I was a little boy, money for a rainy day, I asked them to explain that to me, and they couldn't explain it because these adults were a bunch of ding-dongs. It doesn't rain in my life. Hell, it always pours. What about you? You got a choice today. Are you willing to fight for what you want? Are you going to have another excuse and go boo-hoo-hoo? You need $5,000. You say you need it now. Try asking your friends and family or us at the bank. Go ahead. They're all going to say no. But if you listen to me and you start teaching your family the truth, and I want to do this before I die again, I want everybody in this world to know about safety credit. No one should use their credit and live on that. It's crap. No one should jack it up past 29%. It's called safety. You can't write off the card or the interest rate at all. So why would anybody jack it up? If I needed $5,000 right now, I'd take out a card in my hand and I'd say, okay, it's worth $5,000. And I had to jack it up. You know what I'm going to do? I'll play catch up, not fall down. But here's the thing. Do you know that card for $5,000 is only $50 a month? And I guarantee almost all of you waste $50 every other day. Now let's look at the truth. You ready for the truth? Because it's going to be flat out. I don't pull back. So not everybody likes me, but hell, not everybody likes you. You see, under this $100,000 of credit, if I can't write off personal credit, interest rate at all, why the hell would I jack it up? To hurt my family? If you got your credit jacked up, that's on you. You screwed up. And you're bringing the pain home because you didn't learn the discipline you needed to know. So let's understand something. When you waste $140 a week, which is true about most people, that's $600 a month. I don't get it. It pisses me off to no end. If I max out one of these damn cards today, the payment is $612.26. So what does it mean? What the average person pisses away every given month. That's what the payment is. For what you, most of you, and I'll say you, waste every given month, I would have bought you 2 damn pizza locations. And if you don't want to run them, I got someone to run them for you too. They get to deliver. They get to have a drive-through too through a pandemic. I died in pandemic 9. Now we got 19. Don't you want to make sure you don't bring the pain home? I don't bring the pain home. I'll be damned if I do that to my family. No way in hell I'll do that. That's why I made sure I had my assets packaged before I got married and had kids. Yeah, I got 6 kids and 7 grandkids too, so don't give me your excuses today. You never bring that pain home anyway. Bottom line is pretty simple. Like I told you, plan on it. Somebody's going to piss you off today. Hell, it might be me. I'll shake you and wake you up. Someone, when you drive down the street, they're going to give you the bird. Someone's going to try to steal everything you got. They do say it's most of your friends and family, by the way. I've heard that for 43 years. Would you lease a house to someone you know, friend and family? Or would you want to better a stranger? The answer is you'd rather say a stranger. You've got to have the discipline of safety credit. This has got to be put in place around the nation starting today. Safety credit. You jack it up, you get stuck, then you go, woo-hoo-hoo. Stop it. Line of defense, hell. All right, that bank went what? That location, they bankrupted the piece. They wrote off their loss on their taxes. And you brought the pain on when you screwed up your business. You didn't get to write off diddly squat. And you went boo-hoo-hoo too. Stop it. Today I'm going to become your coach and I'm going to drag you up the hill if that's what it takes me to do for 90 days or more. I'd like to coach you the rest of my life. I only brought in $2 billion by the time I was 26. Maybe that's why I'm the #1 consultant worldwide. Maybe you want to listen today. Are these turned on? You know, I want you to understand, I reached all my goals at the time I was 26. Now, you better reach your goals too. Let's write them down. You got to believe in yourself as well. Me, when I broke the world record for the highest kick on the planet, still hold that today. That just proved white men do jump. But listen, all those silly, stupid people, white men can't jump. Kiss my assets today. Don't you ever listen to someone who tells you you can't do this or that. They said that in school, and I'd write with both hands and talk at the same time, too. I always thought the teacher was stupid. That's just my opinion. The bottom line is God gave you a gift and a dream. Why don't you see it, believe, and go get it? Maybe you got to have a fire in your belly like I've had since the day I was born. Let's go back to your SSN. Come on, get it out again. You haven't paid attention today. You didn't read the damn card when you got it in your personal wallet today. You haven't taken the time to master the rules and tools here. Let's get the job. Let's get an SSN. Now we can add the 1040 tax return. So we can tax you all your income all the way of your life. That's what it was for. Read the rules. Yes, the creditors and you used it and abused it too. You got an Aspirian, a Trandu, and an Equifax too. Oh, goody for you. The moment you jack up a card 29%, you drop your score. You can't get any more. Knock it off. I want to rebuild your whole damn life. I want every one of you in 90 days to be on the pattern for $1 million corporation. I might even hand you $10 million. What excuse you got now? All right, I know you bought a book, How to Make It Rich, or some motivational crap. I'm going to give you the tools and the rules and the money to go get it. And the bottom line is I don't need to hear someone's blah, blah, blah. Neither do you. So let's remember today, the other reason you got an SSN, we are the collateral of the United States of America. Incorporated, by the way. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, let's print some more money today. Now let's write down Ray's rules again. Write down $100,000 of credit. I know half of you are going to go because they tell me in the crowd of 1,000 people plus, I don't want that, Ray. Then I tell them flat out in the audience, shut up. They go, oh, how did he say? Excuse me, the last time you lost your job, or you had a problem, you're afraid to lose your car, your house, and feed your family. Is that true? If you had $100,000 of credit and you only used 29%, like I tell you to do, not use and abuse it, that would have gave you $71,000 of safety credit to feed your family, to pay your damn bills in case there's a pandemic. I don't get it. Up to 2 years. All I got as a kid was shit. And I fought my way out of that with God gave me that brain. I use it. When you take your money and your credit from their family like you did in the past, and you go, honey, let's hurt that family some more. Stop it. You're using the wrong money in the first place. I don't get it. Never bring the pain home. Write it down. You need to learn how to play. You need to win every freaking day. Now, we can all go woo and get the littlest violin in the world. Who cares? My first coma, I was 5.5 years old. Having told a recall, what I did is I watched the kids ride their bicycles. Seemed fine. See, I have a thing in my brain. I can watch what you do, and I can do it better than you when I'm done. And that usually pisses people off. So I rode the bike that day, and I went down that hill in Torrance, Redondo Beach, and I hit the curb with my face going 40 miles an hour, go, clap! You see, I forgot to do one thing. I didn't watch them how they stopped. I didn't know to put the pedal backwards, and I almost died. So I guess I learned that I have to pay a little bit more attention. Maybe you too. You know, when I woke up from that damn coma, I remember the lady saying, if you gotta go pee-pee, ring the bell. I rang that bell till my hand was friggin' numb. I crawled on my belly to the toilet and went pee-pee. I've had nobody in my life help me besides God and me. So you better pay attention today. The last coma I had, it was 2009. That's what I look like when I'm dead. I guess you don't get to look at yourself when you're dead. When I was in the damn coma, what did I do wrong? I thought it was in a dream. I heard a woman scream her head off. I heard the doctor say he's not going to make it, he's going to die. Then I heard my tax attorney say, well, you signed the POA, honey. Are you fucking kidding me? You're going to steal my life and I made you a multimillionaire? But I'm dead. I can't do anything. What did I do? I took people on my corporate yacht parked in my backyard. I'm the most verified person you can find on the planet today. I got 17 million people who love me, but I got 2 or 3 turds on the internet that don't like me at all. Hell, I don't even know them. They just like to go blah, blah, blah some more. When I got H1N1 pandemic number 9, it kills you the next day, by the way. I think it was worse than what we're going through now. But again, I made a promise to God, and I said, please, if you let me live, my family needs me. I'll help people the rest of my life. That's why I'm here today. I'm keeping my promise to God. Not for you. I'm keeping my promise because I don't need a paycheck. I haven't had one for 21 years. Now let's look at my corporate yacht parked in my backyard, Lourdes U-Dock in Huntington Harbor, and my race boat too. So let's realize one thing. I'm from Show Me State. Show me or shut up. I'm so tired of blah, blah, blah today. I hear it from so many people. Most of those motivational speakers are going broke today. They got no more blah, blah, blah to give people. You don't need their story. You need the damn money. That's what you need. It's that simple. So let's understand something today. I don't want to die, but God allowed me to come out of that coma. Eventually, then I got to walk around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. Like I'm 150 years old. That kind of sucked too. But I knew one thing. I knew how to block my bad credit. I had to file a bankruptcy and block that too. I pushed my credit score to an 820 in 5 weeks. Can you do that? You might want to learn how to do that too. And because I have my closet divisions, I popped $1 million card again. I did this in 6 weeks. You start paying attention to me and I'll make sure you never bring the pain home. And if something goes wrong, you'll be able to pop a credit card too. Now let's understand today, we don't get a do-over. Hell, we get to live or die. I'd tell you to wear a mask. If I knew to wear a mask back then in 2009, I would have put a bubble around my friggin' head. I don't want to be dead. Bottom line is simple today. I know you argue about that too. Should I do it or not? It takes a moment to die. It takes a lifetime to live. Which one you going to pick? I got to do a pandemic 9 to die. Now I got 19. Now, when we're all through this blah, 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 years later, you're going to get another one. There's always some country trying to kill everybody. Haven't you figured that yet? Let's go chase the money. Let's go chase the dream. I want money, money, money. Why? It's simple. When I close my eyes and I think when I was a little boy on that pier, not only can I see it, I'll be there in my mind and I'll smell the damn trash can too. That pisses me off. But understand something. Money, I don't have to steal in a bag. I can feed my family, pay my bills. Hell, I can help you. Will you pay attention today? Will you really, please? Bottom line is 9 out of 10 people hate their job anyway. We're getting older, slower. We're not as pretty as we used to be. I had a lady tell me they would talk for yourself, right? Well, it's just the truth. All right, I don't think she's as pretty as she used to be, but that's up to her too. But you can't say that to a woman because that would be terrible. Go back to the job you hate. Go ahead. When they fire you eventually, go deliver some damn pizza. Is that your American dream? It's not mine. Now, I want you to write this down. You going to pay attention? I'm going to tell you less than 90 days. This is what I want you to do. I'll give you 6 months at the most. I want you not to be afraid to be rich. When you have $2 billion in the bank, people always kiss your assets too, and they hate you at the same time. I'd like to get you up to $100,000 of credit. That'll be corporate credit looking like this. Okay? Now let's understand, I did $16 million this morning. You want some too? Let me know. I'm an affiliate. 117 creditors now, over 35 years. I get to use my history and pop you some credit, go, whee! So if I get you $100,000 of credit, I want to set up your corporation the right way because 90% of people like you, some of you have a corp, you paid $3,000 for a corp and a tax ID, and what, you got a stock kid too? You know, they say that 98% of people who get a corporation every day don't do a damn thing with it. They don't know what's next. I'll be your next. I'm going to set it the right way. I want you to have their first property through a division. Write down division. And you better understand, I wrote the rules in 1986. So you're going to get it from the horse's mouth, not the horse's you know what. Divisions. I want your first franchise funded. Funded. If you don't want to run that franchise, because I want to make sure it's got a drive-through, there are companies that will run it for you too. Now, you got your 6 months goals or less. You got it? Did you write it down? How about the 12 months goals? I want you to have $1 million in a corporate bank account. I know you're all going to want to be rich. How many of you want to be getting $1 million paycheck? If you do, say, I do! So I can call that stupid. Do you know on $1 million you keep $375, the rest goes in the IRS? Hey, let's look at the IRS's rules. How many people would like $1 million in a corporation? Raise both hands and say, I do. Corporations don't pay tax, so they make a profit. So many people bitch and complain about rich and famous people. It's probably because I'm the one who incorporated them in the first place. Instead of complaining, shut up and join them. I want you living in your dream house like I do. I want you to have $5 million of real estate. And I want them per division. And I want you to have franchises too. You ready to go get the goals this year? Come on, last year you didn't do it. Why? Because you probably screwed it up. Or someone screwed it up for you too. Now let's understand when I got pissed off again. It was fun. Mrs. Hope had that poker game, and I listened to it, and I wrote down some notes, and I thought I was weird. Probably true. Do you know what they said? They said a corporation's a legal person. I researched that so much that a corporation being a legal person, there are 300 ways to use that, not abuse it. It's under your constitutional right, too. So here's the thing. All right, I knew that I couldn't sleep all night. The next day I rode my little bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department. I knew there was a library next door. I walked in and said, ma'am, can you help me, please? She said, here's a microfiche, here's a book. I read the book. Then I got pissed off. You, every one of you, you bought a book, How to Make Money and Get Rich. All right, you learned somebody's blah, blah, blah. But the reality is you don't have the blueprint or the rules and the tools yet. God gave them to me to give them to you. That's why He saved my life again. So let's understand something flat out. I went back to that library almost every day, 7.5 to 9.5 years old. I started Helping Hand Industries at 9.5, got $100,000. A million at 14, double billion at 26 under corporate structure. How the hell am I doing? I created the rules and the tools because I had to read it myself because nobody knew how to play. Maybe that's why I'm the #1 consultant today. You ever want to know the rules how I did it? It's in those 12 books and CDs. Now, sorry, I only had $841 million of real estate before the coma, all under corporate structure. I wrote a book, How to Be the Bank, Buckets of Money, Tax Balancing too. Don't forget Winning the Game of Business. Now, I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years, every Wednesday night, and it was fun. I was the second largest advertiser at the time, and there was a line around the hotel to get hold of me. See, I sold my classes and the books and CDs for about $20,000 a pop. Last year in March, I was donating my time to a company, and they found out they get another $600 a week for doing not a damn thing. So they went home and lied and got a raise. What can I say? They shouldn't have done that too. You know what? Today, this office here, you got a sales team. They'll give you all 18 books and CDs, listen carefully, for $999. Now, if you did it during my webinar with me, I give you half price. It covers shipping and handling. That's all it does. So if you want the real estate, the financial series, or the Millionaire Founders Kit, you can get a piece. Or if you want to get the whole today, it's $499. But I'm going to tell you flat out, I love Zelle deposits and wires. You see, I have this fear about banks. Wells Fargo Bank, those employees that stole identity, they did mine twice. And that's called RICO, racketeering, wire fraud, I believe. And a couple of you probably should have went to jail too. You understand? They got a $3 billion fine. Wow, they wrote it off. They've shut down 617 locations, and they're still worth billions of dollars today. So I like Zelle deposits and wires so I can track it and expedite everything for you. I think merchants suck. All right, you want to know how I really feel? Take a picture of this page today because you're going to need it. Because you and I are going to build that relationship starting today. I want to expedite everything for you in 90 days or less. Now, if you want to, you can tell Gina at rayscredit.com what you Zelle for today. Now, let's see what I have to do. I'm going to take your credit. I'm going to analyze it. I'm going to make sure I rebuild it with over $10 million of history for you, corporation and divisions. If you got some crap, I'm going to get it removed legally, state and federal laws, and I'm going to do a rapid refresh and block your crap and shoot your score up some more. Then I'm going to hand you your corporate articles. My way. Officers list, tax ID. I want you in my classes so you can learn here. I'm going to do the work for you, show you what I'm doing so I can turn you into a millionaire. Is that okay with you? Every card you get. And let's remember, personal cards, can't write off the card interest rate at all, but I got to put a sticky on the back of every one and put 25 to 29%. Corporate cards, oh, I love them. I can write it all off. And interest rate too. I still put a sticky on the card. I want you to make sure you don't jack up anything again. But again, this is on you if you're going to screw up. I'm going to make you a qualified CFO through my system like I've done for 43 years. You want to make some money? Let's say you want to do real estate. My concern on real estate right now, all right, a lot of them are not paying their lease or rent payment. Now, the ones that need the help, that's understandable. But you know what? They proved that 60% of people not paying their rent or lease, they have their original job. They're just screwing the landlord. Those people, it's terrible. So if you want to get a fixer-upper, a duplex, an apartment complex, that's okay too. My specialty is commercial real estate. They don't pay. They got to get the hell out. And I can leverage it by 10. At the end of the day, this is a business, by the way. We could do leveraging of money too. When I was incorporating the Lakers, the Clippers, Sugar St. Mosey, on and on and on and on, and Fishborn and Clayton and all these great people, I always did a profit and a non-profit because they can offset their taxes. You ever notice I have both too? When I invented 84 ways to leverage money, it turned it into $100 million. I'll teach you a couple ways. Now let's look at a Lamborghini part of the collection at the time. It's my favorite car, by the way. But I don't have a car. So I got to ask the corporation if they'll loan me the keys to the Lamborghini or one of their cars. Boo-hoo-hoo! Here's the problem. Your car today, it's registered to you. Why? Why? Your car's registered to you. Somebody bumps you, you bump them. They sue the registered owner, which is you. That makes you a duck, by the way. So let's look at corporate cars. You see, most rich and famous people drive company cars and write it all off, but you get a paycheck, it's taxed, you get the leftover. You pay your bills, you pay for a car you should not. Then most people take all the money and cut it from the family. Honey, we're going to hurt the family some more and start a business. Wrong, wrong, wrong. I want you to write down tax ID. I want you to write down division. I want you to pay attention today, because I want you to change your life immediately. Every car you get in the future will be a fleet price. And if I got to go buy it for you, hand you the damn keys, I'll do that too. They call your paycheck out here called taxable, what, income? You pay the payment, the gas registration, insurance. Can you yell the word no right now as loud as you can? Have your neighbors hear you too. Why are you driving a company car? Are these suckers turned on today? Now, you paying attention? Are you really paying attention? You got an SSN to get a job, to get a 1040 tax return so you can tax you some more. You only got one SSN. That makes you the duck. You can't write off the credit or interest rate at all. Write down SS4. Every SS4 files an 1120. But write down SS4 times 3. SS4 times 4 now. I want you to set up the pattern of 3. I want you to look at line 10 on that SS4 form. These are IRS's rules. It's public record. It's up to you to look at it. I had a person about 4 weeks ago. Ray, I tried the tax ID to get a car. It didn't work for me. I said, excuse me. I'm an affiliate. I'm allowed to build credit reports. What are you? Okay? All right? You're not going to do it on your own. Sorry. Good luck. You see, you got a choice. Line 10, what does it say? Banking and credit purposes. Every corporate card I can get you, you can write off the card the interest rate too. Why would you ever steal money from your family ever again? Now let's look at that grocery stores and that banks. See, when I was 14 and a half, I got tested at T-Winkle Junior High. I got to Orange Coast College after that. I was the night crew supervisor for Lucky's Supermarket on Bristol Street. Wasn't that fun? I learned grocery stores have a number too, like a bank. It's called a branch number. Do you know what your bank did in your city, your grocery store today? That location that's empty? They bankrupted Peace. They took and they wrote off the loss on their taxes. They're still in business today. What did you do when you had a problem? You brought the pain home and went boo-hoo-hoo. Now, don't ever let them fool you and say because of the pandemic. Chase Bank closed 100 locations a year right there before pandemic. B of A was 129 locations. So it's about time you learn, all right, what you can do not to bring the pain where? Home ever again. Can you draw the 4 boxes, please? Get your tablet and pen. Don't just look at me because I'm kind of cute. At least my wife thinks so, it's too. So let's think about this. If everybody would listen to me in this whole world when they started a business and they had the pattern of 3, like those companies, open, close, they're all going business and they're all filing bankruptcy today. I'm trying to help as many as I can and convert it to a division right away. Listen carefully. Debt follows SS4. Corporations, divisions, subsidiaries, and more. Debt follows SSN. That's only got 1. That means you're the duck. If you listen, like I wrote the rules in 86, set up the line of defense. Something goes wrong with the piece. What are we going to do? We're going to do the 3-step. Because we're allowed to. We're going to basically disconnect, isolate, incorporate, can't save a piece. We're going to bankrupt that location, keep all the little other locations, keep our cash flow going, but we're never bringing the pain home. Why would we have to? It's about time you master the rules and tools. If you allow me to get you an SS4, all right, I'm going to build you a spare and Trans-UN Equifax under a tax ID. How much credit and how many reports would you like? It's kind of fun for me. So SS4 times 4. Don't name a corporation after you. Do not name it what it does. That's dumb and double dum-dum. Get a line of defense. Now, let's talk about real estate. You got 5 houses. That means you have 10 liabilities. That's right. You got 5 loans and you have 5 houses. Which one's going to slip and sue and take all you got from you or the corporation? If you do not set them up separately as entities, listen carefully, and one slips and falls and screws and takes all you got, they need to be a division today, kind of like a franchise and a bank do. Your current business as well. So if you allow me, I can get you up to $100,000, up to $1 million card. Would you like both? At the same time, I got to make sure I repackage your life and make sure you turn your personal credit into safety and leave it alone. Don't jack it up again. All right, never hurt your family, never bring the pain home. Ray's rules are simple. SSN is the truth, so IRS's rules. SSN, job, tax return, 1040. That's it, only one. SS4 times 4, as many as you want to today. What did it say on line 10 again? Don't worry, it's right back in front of you. Look at it again. Banking and credit purposes. Would you like millions of dollars of credit or just 50,000, 100,000 in the beginning? I'm not going to tell you it's going to be easy. We're going to fast track the heck out of it this day. I want you done in 90 days or less. The only thing I'm going to ask you to do is maybe 1 or 2 things. Can you follow through, please? Here's the problem with about, I'd say 6 out of 100 people. What they do, all right, I get the green lights for them. They get these in the mail, and they go, green lights. Oh, I get the poppity pop. It crashes the wrap. They screw up everything I'm doing, and it's like, boom. So what I'm telling you during the program, do not apply for credit. Do not crash the wrap or rescore. You see, it's just like this nice lady here. She got an ex-husband, got a bankruptcy, tax lien too. Rebuilt it, got a 687. Ready to pop it to a 720 and get her about a 30,000 card. She got impatient. Said, Ray, I want to do it on my own now. She got a $300 card. That's not even pocket change. Another client who removed all the crap, sealed the record, got the wrap rescore, told him to get an open sky. He only has a 621. I'm getting to push it some more. I owe him a $1,000 card, so I said I'm going to get you a starter card. His first card I got him was $3,000. Is that okay with you? You see, I want the thousands of dollars. I want the 50,000 and more. If all you want today from me is to do what? Credit rebuilding? Okay. I'll tear apart your credit, all 3 of them. I'll rebuild it. I'll seal the record. I'll push your score up to basically up to an 820. Office sells it for $998. Some people, a couple of you, probably pay Lexington Law. Oh, goody. $99 a month, $1,200 a year. By the way, they're not allowed to collect money up front. And if you go BBB, it'll say there's 4 government agencies on their back today. Any idiot can write, no more elite. It's got to be rebuilt with a wrap or rescore, by the way, and seal the record. Office is $998. I give it away for $499. But then I always promise you a $1,000 card. See, what I've done for 43 years is I want to give you twice to 10 times the credit back to you that you invest in yourself to take away all your damn excuses. All I hear people is excuses, blah, blah, blah. $499, less than what an average person pisses away every month. $1,000 card back in their pocket, twice as much they invested in themselves. If you Zelled the $499 during my live webinar, which means now, I change it to $5,000 card. But if you don't, call sales later today. They won't give you the $5,000 like I would have. Starter package for a millionaire. Remember, I want to get you the CFO 820. Articles, also tax ID. When you watch your favorite movie, you ever notice you know the lines before they do? You know what? I want you in my setup class every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. How about the level 1 for divisions 2? I want you to master the rules here. We charge at the office $1,999. I give it away for half price, $999. But I build you 10 times the credit back to you. I build you 10,000 of credit. And if you did the $999 through a Zelle during my live webinar, which means now, I would have changed that to $15,000 of cash credit for you. Now, millionaires in the making, that's my favorite one. I believe in all of you. I think you all should be millionaire corporations. I really do. I think you should learn about pension plans, annuities, profit sharing, medical, dental, life insurance policy, business trips, company cars, and more. But again, here this one comes with, all right, $25,000 of credit. Office sales it for almost $4,000. Today, half price of that is $2,499. And I tell you, most of you spend thousands on some crap. Why don't you invest $24.99 today? All right, you and me build that relationship personally, and make sure you get where you want to go while I do the work for you too. If you sell that $2,499 now, I would change that to $40,000 of credit for you. But if you don't do it right away, sorry, you blew it. So let's understand, if you give me referrals, they buy anything, I don't care what they buy, I'll build you another $1,000 of credit too. Let's remember something today. If you're watching me on Google, Facebook, and YouTube, if you're missing the PowerPoint in front of me, go to raiswebinar.com, get the full overview, and stop bringing the pain home. I built $16 million of credit this morning for people. I'm averaging right now about $30 million a week. I built $3.6 billion by the time I was basically in 2008 for the clients for years. How much would you like today? Now let's learn what I learned when I was a little boy. I was 7.5 years old. It's not legal advice. It's in front of you. It's chapter 18. Let's read line 1. A corporation's a legal person. It may sue or be sued. Do you know the word a corporation's a legal person under the Constitution, Supreme Court? It has 300 ways to use it, not abuse it. The problem is this. You got to learn how to master the rules and the tools. The United States of America Incorporated set up their line of defense called states. All states are corporations, by the way. And all the states set up all their cities. The cities are corporations too. You watched some of them file bankruptcy in the past, haven't you? My question to all of you today, why haven't you set up your line of defense? Why have you not? Because if a piece gets screwed up, you don't hurt the other pieces. You don't have to bring the pain home ever. You know, the United States of America, under the Federal Protection Act, public record, they created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy just for cities, just in case. You've watched cities file bankruptcy too, haven't you? It's your turn. You are we the people. Nixon took the gold standard out, gave him the key to the printing press. You and me got an SSN to get a job so we can get a 1040 tax return so they tax our money as it comes in. Oh, goody. Mama, she delivered a baby this morning. Every hospital is federally mandated to hand Mama an SSN form for the new baby. Baby's not getting a job. They want to bond the baby and print some more money. Wee! Mama can't put the baby in the stroller in the car seat till she goes home unless she signs the SSN form. You think she's going to sign it? Now remember, stop bringing the pain home. Doesn't matter if it's a grocery store or the bank or the city or rich and famous people too. Now let's look at my building before my coma. It was called the Reynolds University. It was only 22,000 square foot little building in Irvine Spectrum. Now here's what's going to happen to all of you. 1 o'clock on Saturday Pacific Standard Time. When you're in the rotation, I'm going to give you your status update. The worst thing I'm going to ask you to do is 2 things. If you can follow through, guess what? Once you're done following through on the 1 or 2 things I ask you to do, I can pop your credit and we can be done and get you to the next level too. Now let's look at Walt Disney. They call him the loophole king in Newsweek. They knew how to play the game. They got $1 billion in the bank. They don't want to pay tax at all. So they wrote an IOU to themselves. If Mickey can play the game, so can you. Now, understand personal credit, please. What are we going to call it again? Safety credit. What do we put on the back of the card? A sticky. What are we putting? 25, 29%. What is it? Every time you pull it out, question yourself if you should use it at all. Now, I know online you can find some ding-dong going to sell you trade line crap. It doesn't work. All right? Oh, you don't have to guarantee. Excuse me. 8 cards. There's a list that's next to you. If you're not a qualified CFO, forget it. I'm going to build you cash cards in the beginning, and I don't care about supply credit at all yet. Then I'm going to get you up to 9 lines of credit per division too. That's only $5.4 million, by the way. From there, if you want supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, and gas cards too, okay. You still got to be a qualified CFO at the end of the day. That's just the truth. It's the only way you're going to get it. I'm going to rebuild you flat out. My gold cards, platinum cards, listen carefully. The gold and platinum cards, as long as they're paid over time, they do not affect your basically score going up under the 29% rule. It's kind of like your house or car. As long as you maintain them, the score doesn't move at all. It's boring. I don't know if you want more. When I invented and created divisions, the level, 9 across the board, maybe you want a card per division. That'll be up to you. You could get up to $1 million. You could get up to $10 million of credit. But at the end of the day, you still got to start with credit rebuilding. I got to get you the 820 score. Got to get you in the classes to learn some more rules here. They're 90 days. They're at 1 o'clock on Saturday. And the price is $4.99. And today, instead of $1,000 on a card, if you Zelled $4.99 during the webinar, I would increase that to $5,000. All right, starter package for a millionaire. Our price today is $9.99. Instead of just $10,000, I turned it to $15,000. But that's if you Zelled it during the webinar. Bottom line is millionaires in the making have price $2,499. But that comes with $25,000 of credit. All I'm doing the work for you, and the workshop's up to 90 days too. I'm going to get you to be the CFO. I'm going to get you the articles, also as tax ID. All I want you to do is listen and learn, put it here, and ask your questions too. If you Zelled $2,499, we would turn that into $40,000 of credit for you, long as you Zelled it during the webinar, like now. There's the Zell information. Take an opportunity. It's knocking. Simple. You can tell Gina at raisecredit.com too. Ultimate goal, let's look at Mr. Buffett's father first, then let's look at Mr. Buffett. His father taught him how to do leveraging. Ever since I was a little boy, I want to read about rich and famous people, everyone I can get my hands on. I love it. Mr. Buffett, he takes borrowed money, which is not taxable, in stock, and he gets every company for free. I don't get it. Why aren't you playing the game? He's playing the game. Hell, he owns Ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, Duracell, Dairy Queen, See's Candy, Brits, Drews, and Fruit of the Loom. It's your turn. You want to play? See, my dashboards will tell you authorized users, crap, trade lines too. You still got to be a qualified what? CFO. Ultimate thing, remember, I got specialty classes. I broadcast 25 times a week, up to 3 to 4 times a day. Live. I don't like pre-recorded crap, by the way. So you got a choice about my specialty classes too. I have one almost every day. All right, and I got a Q&A coming up too on Wednesdays and Saturdays, because I don't want you being stuck. Now, I'm the guy that invented daisy chaining of credit years ago. Remember, the IRS will tell you flat out, public record, you can't write off personal cards or interest rates. But corporate credit, you can. You can write off the card or the interest rate too and finance that business you want today. It's only 1,000 rules to get to the $1 million company, by the way. Now, don't have the intent to defraud or rip anybody off, please. I don't want to have to go to court and basically testify, I get you in court of law. So let's look what I want. I want the corporation to get credit, become a management company. I want the line of defense set up. I want 3 divisions too. You know what I want to do? I want to make sure you understand the 3-step. Every one of these people on that list in front of you, they use the 3-step. You can use it too. Got a problem with the division? We're going to what? Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. We're going to fight like you know what to save it. But if we can't save that division, you know what we're going to do? We're going to bankrupt that division. We're going to keep all the other products and all the services too. But you know what we're really not going to do? We're not bringing the pain home. If every one of those companies had to open and close, had it as a division, they'd have other things to do. They wouldn't be filing personal bankruptcy too. You got the ability to understand. It's like when you buy your house. It's called escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow put it in a trust. If your house is not in a trust today and somebody sues you, they're probably going to take it away. If you die, it's stuck into probate and your family probably got diddly squat. It's kind of like when you fix up a property today. You're going to hire a contractor, by the way. They're going to hire that subcontractor that stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. What if they cut every corner they can and they slip and fall and sue you and take everything you got? Why don't you think about maybe just take any properties you get? Why don't we quick clean deed it to a division? It costs $12. Oh, why don't we do an assignment of equity too? This way, if they try to sue you at the end of the day, they get diddly squat. Why not? Again, If you don't have a trust, why don't you Google irrevocable trust? That's what I would pick if I was you. But if you don't, that's up to you. Now, here's the biggest problem I find with people all the time. They try to play peekaboo with the IRS and make a mess. The IRS is the rule book. Do you cheat when you play games with your kids too? Remember something flat out. The IRS says corporations pay tax when they make a profit. You're allowed to have a pension plan, annuities, profit sharing, medical, dental, life insurance, policy, company car, business trips, on and on. Why would you ever play peekaboo with the IRS and make a mess? If hypothetically you did that in the past or currently, why don't you go to irs.gov. Download a form called 656 of 433A and B. Get your new COVID check that's coming next week. And then put your bed back in the system too. See, what I want you to do is what I've done all my life. When I fix up a property, I don't use my money. Why do I do that? I'm the original OPM kind of the way. I'm going to set up divisions and go to the manufacturer, save up to 70%. I don't want to pay them for 30 to 60 to 90 days anyway. Get an open account too. Now, when I fix up the property using their money, when escrow closes, it pays off the debt. Now, you got up to $200,000 left over. Don't act like you're rich, because you're not. I watch some people, they have $10,000 to $100,000 and they piss away and they're broke today. Do you know you can take $1,000, leverage it by 3, reference it by 5, and turn it into about $50,000 in about 90 days? Understand, please. It's called raise rules. Leverage your money. Please write down borrow money's not taxable. Set up the line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. Now, it's really fun when you got all kinds of money through the corporate structure. Why? Because at the Reynolds University in that building right there, 22,000 square feet, Irvine Spectrum, double building. You know what? The bank was there almost every day going, Ray, what can I do for you today? Banks always kiss your assets when you got money. If you don't have a pot to piss in, hell, they don't know your name. Learn to leverage that money that came out of that escrow today. See, banks borrow from the feds times 10. I'll loan back 5 to you. If you listen to me, that could have got you up to $3 million of borrowed money, not taxable. You could leverage the money, learn raise rules, and I tell you to go get a McDonald's today. They got a drive-through during any pandemic. You can always feed your family. Bottom line is you're going to have to beat your doubt. You have to run your race. But here's my promise. If I get you to where you want to go, I'd like to coach you the rest of my life. Because I want to have fun. Getting people to billions the next step after that. So let's think about this today. I'm going to take a corporate card that's worth $100,000. I'm only going to take $50,000 off the card. What am I going to do? I'm going to basically look at C191D and the word loan 8 times. I'm going to find 5 people today that need $10,000 apiece to save their house. I'm going to put a second trust deed on their house, a homestead blocker, and a UCC one with the chattel mortgage too. I'll teach you that at the real estate class I do every week, by the way. All right, I invented those 30 years ago. So let's see. What we're going to do is make sure that after we pay the bill on the card, we now have $2,449 positive cash flow per month. Oh, you need more? How about $4,800? Still need some more? How about $4,347? Corporations are allowed to take their money, which is borrow money, and turn it into cash flow. And if you're the founder, you can get a paycheck. Is that what you want to do? Now, I'm not going to show anything I didn't obtain myself. I'll show you the mansions, the helicopters, the yachts, get you past go, because I think you're stuck. Now, this was my favorite one. It was God's gift. It's got the largest U-Dock in Huntington Harbor. I parked my race boat and my yacht in my backyard. Where do you park yours again? I like the helicopter, the building, and the Lamborghinis too. On your paper today, please write down to change your driver's license to a P.O. box or a mailing address, please. It'll be up to you. See, when you gave your driver's license the other day, all right, you gave them that, and it tells you where you live. And you wonder how your house got robbed the next day. What do you think? Change your driver's license to a P.O. box or mailing address if you want to. From there, raise rules, never bring the pain home again. After the Schaefer bill, we have the Driver's Privacy Protection Act too. Now let's understand the car you drive today. You're the registered owner. That makes you the duck. I'll explain that some more. The last time you bought a car, you probably let someone sweat you for hours on end, up to 9 inquiries. You're only supposed to get 6 in 180 days, and you lost $5,000 too? Guess what? When they hand you the paper that says we need your permission to run your credit, when you signed it, you should have put allowed 1 inquiry. You should have took a picture. You're the one who allows this to happen. You're a grown-up, aren't you? And here's the problem. Your car is registered to you today. I don't know if you want to see more Lamborghinis and Ferraris and buildings too. Like I said, I'm the most verified person on the planet. If you do exactly what I tell you to do while I do the work for you, you're going to get to $1 million. Some of you get to $1 billion too. Get your dream corporation through me personally. It's simple. I want you in my workshops. 6 days a week, 43 years helping people like you. You drive your car to the grocery store or the bank today, that's okay. And you do a little bumpity bump, don't worry, they're going to sue you and take everything you got. You see, they're going to ask you for driver's license, insurance, registration, please. So the insurance, the corporation could have paid for it versus you, and you're the registered owner. Don't you see those nasty attorneys on TV every day too? And they're going to go call one of those attorneys and sue you and take everything you got today. I want you to change the registered owner to a division of a corporation. I want you to stop being the duck. I want you to let me repackage your life and your assets too. Bottom line is, let's make sure they get diddly squat. Hell, why not? You got a choice today, like those grocery stores and the banks do. They got rid of a piece, wrote it off on their taxes, still in business today, but what did you do in the past? You brought the pain home because you did not know how to do the pattern of 3. It's right in front of you again. Don't bring the pain home ever again. Ultimate goal, what my wife asked me on July 3rd, 2009. Honey, can we take the yacht out in the backyard for a group of people to watch the fireworks? No problem. I said fill it up, $1,600, wrote off the car, the interest rate, and the yacht. Hell, why not? I didn't know someone's going to come on my yacht with swine flu and pneumonia and kill me the next day. But God gave me another chance. As it says right there, H1N1 pandemic number 9. By the way, it's flat out. But I got the chance to come back and help you. Walking around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks kind of sucked. I put my score back to an 820. Because I got closet divisions, write it down, I teach how to master that in level 3. Guess what? I popped $1 million card again. Don't bring the pain home ever again. God's using me to help you. You going to pay attention today? Look at the Lamborghini in the building too. I got the keys to the white one right there. You want to drive it around the block? Go boom, boom, boom. See, you got a choice today. I was told no 1 billion times. People that say no don't know how to do it. Okay, they don't want you to up them by 1. So me, reach the dream, Lamborghini and building under tax ID, think can be the impossible? Why not? I've done it all my life. It's your turn, by the way. I'm going to hold your hand personally. That's right. Every seminar, workshop, and boot camp, you're stuck with me. I'll get you to $1 million dream. Remember, I got my specialty classes starting this week. I'm doing one every day because I want you done in 90 days or less. I'm tired of people taking too damn long. So specialty classes every day. Now you're stuck with me some more. Won't that be fun for you? I know it would be fun for me. So guess what? The Q&A, I have that twice a week too. So let's understand, it's like motivation. I listen to motivation every day. It's nice. But when I hear their story and blah, 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 at the end of the day, if they're not handing me the money and the credit, I'm sorry. Don't you want to tell your story today? Let me get you up to an 820 credit score. I'll guarantee it. Let me get you up to 100,000 of safety credit. Let me get you a corporation and divisions up to $1 million. Let's stop being stuck. And what's next for you is pretty simple. It's me. It's called Raise Rules. The ultimate goal, we don't bring the pain home ever again. So let's understand, like I said in the beginning today, let's repackage your house, your car, your bank account, and more. Ultimate thing, those books and CDs, you need them to hear it again and again and again. All right, The Office, $9.99. They send an email out every day for that too. If you want it through the webinar and get a discount, you get half price if you want all 18 books and CDs from me. There's the Zelle. If you're not Zelling right away, oh well. Opportunity was knocking. You didn't answer the door. Let Gina know at RayRaceCredit.com too. Everybody needs credit rebuilding the right way. Everybody needs a rapid refresh and push the score up and seal the record and block some crap. Everybody needs the 90 days of workshop. So they get put the information here, the truth. From there, it's $4.99 half price today. You get a $1,000 cash card back at the end of the program, twice as much you invested in yourself. If you Zelled it during the webinar today, $4.99, I will hand you a $5,000 card. Instead of this one, you're getting this one. But again, that's if you Zelled it like now. Starter package for Millionaire, half price is $9.99. You get $10,000 of credit. If you did it right away, I'd increase that to $15,000 of credit to you. The Millionaires in the Making workshop's pretty fun. This is usually $4,000 because it comes with $25,000 of credit. $2,499. 10 times that is $25,000 of credit back to you. Pretty good investment for you too. If you Zell that, we're going to increase it to $40,000. There's the Zell information one more time. Ultimate goal, you can tell Gina as well. The 14th Amendment of the Constitution turn corporations into legal people. So the United States of America Incorporated, they basically what? The United States has their line of defense called states. Every state set up their line of defense too. It's called cities. They even invented the Chapter 9 bankruptcy for that too, just in case. It's your turn to set up your line of defense. Let me do it for you too. It's pretty simple today. Never have joint credit. Buy a house, escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow put it in a trust. Corporation, always have up to $1 million of credit. Set up the line of defense for real estate, divisions, subsidiaries, all right, franchise, current business. Master Ray's rules. You're stuck with me every step of the way. That's why I do workshops, 25 a week live and 6 days a week for 43 years. Now what's the excuse? There is none. Plan the problem. Safety credit, you got a lot more to learn about that too. Line of defense, see it, believe it, go get it. Like the bank and grocery store you'll see in your city today. You got the ultimate goal. It's like anything else. When I hear people talk about the American dream, I'll click on something, I'll listen to it, and after blah, blah, blah for 15 minutes and their website and this and that, it's like, oh, give me a break. The American dream, if they're not handing you this, credit and money to go get it, at the end of the day, I think it's still blah, blah, blah. Remember, you, every one of you need money coming in every month to pay your bills. You need to basically drive a company car, not the one you drive today. Could be in the duck. And if you went on a vacation, I've never been on one of those. How does it feel using taxable income? Because every true entrepreneur is always looking for an opportunity. It's called a business trip, by the way. Help other people, free up your time. Master Ray's rules. Set up the line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. So your choice today, last and final chance. Credit rebuilding, $4.99. All right, $5,000 of credit needs to be Zelled. Starter package for a Millionaire, you get $10,000 of credit. It's $9.99. I increase as long as you've Zelled it right away to $15,000 today. The Millionaires in the Making workshop, half price of that. Instead of $25,000 of credit, that's $2,499 today. I'm going to change it to $40,000 of credit for you. Stay safe. Stay strong. If you're wondering what's next to come, let it be you and me. Let's build that relationship. Let's get on the phone today. Now, let us always remember, life is a gift from our Father in heaven. God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day. Give thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. Amen to that. If I can do this, being born in a taxi, used and abused, eating out of a trash can, begging and stealing off the pier, you can do it too. No excuses today. If you didn't Zell during the webinar, write down the phone number. It's toll free. It is 800-510-3338. 800-510-3338. At the end of the day, I'll get you to the next level. I'll even guarantee it. If you're not listening today, I'm sorry. I mean, you're stuck long enough. Don't you want to get unstuck today? Never forget. Call that number right away, and God loves us all.